It's that time again, the Christmas season, or if you want to make it weird, the holiday season. The time where you give somebody the best gift you can think of, and they hate it. They smile and pretend they love it, but deep down you know they will never use it. So this year, we can keep up the tradition and take a look at 25 great Nintendo Switch games for that special re-gifter in your life. But before we get into that, if you want to get into the holiday spirit early, give that like button a holiday slap and say cheers to the subscribe button. You'll only have a little regret and we can blame it on the eggnog. These games are in no particular order, just what I consider to be must-haves. And if you have a game that isn't on this list, give it your personal stamp of approval in the comments section below. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. First game on our list, we have Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is, hands down, one of the best games that has come out this year for the Nintendo Switch. Arguably of all time. Honestly, I'm a big fan, and I cannot recommend it enough. There is a massive world to explore, puzzles, epic battles that sometimes make you want to quit in a fit of rage. It also gives you the freedom to be creative in how you want to play the game. This is a gift that just about anyone will love. Next on the list, we have Super Mario Bros. Wonder. You can never go wrong with a Mario game unless it's Mario Strikers on the Switch. This game has extra characters, power-ups, and some great boss battles that just brings an overall great experience to anyone who plays it. It also has an easy mode setting, which is great for younger kids who, how do I put this nicely, just want to enjoy the game? Next on our list, we have Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. This is a game that almost guarantees you will get stuck. No matter how much you pay attention, it will happen. But this is a fantastic adventure. This game takes you back to a more traditional Zelda style where everything doesn't break. You're going to explore dungeons, solve mysteries, and meet some memorable characters. Whether you're new to Zelda or a big fan, this game is a total blast. Next up, we have Super Mario Odyssey. This is one of the best 3D platformers out there right now. The game features expansive, colorful worlds filled with puzzles, platforming challenges, and memorable characters. Super Mario Odyssey stands out as an essential addition to any Nintendo Switch collection in my opinion. Moving on from that, we have a great multiplayer game. If your kids are fans of shooter games but you don't want them getting into all that doom and gloom, this is a perfect gift for the season. In the multiplayer mode, they can play with friends, and it's basically one big paintball match. You can get new weapons, customize your character, and take part in one of the best kid-friendly multiplayer games on the Switch. Even if the person you're buying for is an adult, it is still a really fun game to get into. Speaking from experience, it can get pretty addictive. Next up, we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now this one's a little bit older, so be sure to check if they don't already have this, but this one, in my opinion, is the best Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch. Players embark on an adventure as a Pokemon trainer, exploring the vast landscapes, capturing Pokemon, and studying their behaviors in a time long before the traditional Pokemon League was established. This game gives you a more hands-on approach to catching Pokemon, and it's not disappointing like Let's Go. It really gives a unique experience, and let's be honest, most people can't refuse a good Pokemon game. The next game we have is Super Mario RPG. This one, I think, came out last month, so it is really new and perfect to add to your holiday shopping list. But just keep in mind, this isn't your typical Mario game, because instead of platforms and super jumps, you take on a more strategic approach to the game. You explore various colorful environments, interact with characters, solve puzzles, while progressing through a story-driven adventure. So if you or someone you know misses the original Paper Mario series, this is a good place to start while you wait for the Thousand Year Door remake. Taking a look at another Zelda game, we have Breath of the Wild. Pretty much like what you can take away from this list is if it says The Legend of Zelda, you can buy it. That's going to be a good gift. Now this looks like the same game we started with, but this is actually the prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. Prior to Tears of the Kingdom, this game was considered one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch, and that still holds up today. There's a massive world filled with monsters, puzzles, and there's even some DLC to add to the experience. Honestly, if you accidentally buy this one instead of Tears of the Kingdom, you're still gift giver of the year. You can only go wrong if they already own it. Next up, we have Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is the ultimate kart racing experience on the Nintendo Switch. Players can race against friends in multiplayer modes, both online and offline, on a variety of beautifully designed tracks with customizable karts, diverse race modes, and the beloved Mario characters. This is a game that will give you endless hours of fun for players of all ages. Moving on from that, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is like basically a massive showdown where all these iconic characters from different video game franchises duke it out. Perfect for a fun night with friends or diving into some competitive gaming. If you've got a Switch and you don't have this game, I think this is another safe bet. Next on the list, we have Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, sometimes there are games that are remastered way too often, but this is not one of those games. While it's not Metroid Prime 4, this is a step in the right direction. Metroid Prime Remastered is an updated version of the original game that came out on the GameCube. They updated the graphics and controls for a better experience. There is a lot of exploration, challenges, puzzles, and secrets throughout your journey. Definitely a game to add to your shopping list. Next up, we have Sea of Stars. This game really surprised me. I don't play a lot of pixel art games, but this is worth every dollar. Sea of Stars is a turn-based RPG, and if that already bothers you, don't worry, there is a lot more to it. The game uses timed attacks like Super Mario RPG, but this game can be pretty challenging. The good news is there's an easy mode that you can actually toggle on and off during your playthrough. And I actually really love the storyline. Overall, a fantastic experience for anyone who loves fantasy RPGs. Another RPG we're adding to the list is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This is one of those games that you give to somebody who you don't want to see for a while. You can easily spend 100 hours in this one game with the main story and extras. But if that person is more of a completionist, expect about 173 hours to accomplish everything. That is huge. Moving on from that, we have Luigis Mansion 3. This is an absolute delight for those seeking a mix of mystery, puzzles, and a little bit of spooky fun. In this game, Luigi embarks on a courageous quest to rescue his friends from the clutches of ghosts haunting a mysterious hotel. Armed with a vacuum cleaner, he captures ghosts and solves puzzles across themed floors. The game's atmosphere is playfully eerie, and this is one of those games that I think most people can find some enjoyment in. I will say it is pretty short, so if this is a gift for a real tryhard, you might want to stick to something else. Now, I definitely couldn't make a holiday shopping list without this game, Animal Crossing New Horizons. The game's core revolves around customizing your island, where you will craft tools, gather resources, plant trees and flowers, and even get to design your home and surroundings the way that you want it to be. I can't recommend this game enough because I almost never play games like this, and I couldn't put it down. It's important to know that the game unfolds in real time, mirroring the calendar and seasons wherever you are in the world. But if you don't like that, just do what I do and cheat with the time and date settings on your Switch. Next up, we have Mario Party Superstars. Okay, I really need to emphasize this first. If you decide to pick this one up, make sure the game says Superstars and nothing else. It's the difference between fun and a refund. Very different games. So be careful. I'm sure if you ask somebody at GameStop, they will know the good one, or you can always just take a screenshot just in case. Mario Party is the ultimate virtual board game experience that pits you against your friends and family in a quest to collect stars across 5 different game boards. I think there's about 100 minigames for you to jump into, and it's just a ton of fun. It's really competitive like Sorry, but you're still friends after. Next up, we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Okay, so I'm recommending this one with caution. Scarlet and Violet don't have the best track record, but if this is a gift for a kid, chances are their friends are going to be playing the new DLC coming out this month. Just keep in mind there will be bugs and glitches that you will probably encounter in this, but overall there are a ton of Pokemon to catch, and with the DLC it's definitely something to keep someone busy with. Sticking with more RPGs, we have Bravely Default 2. This is an RPG where you lead 4 heroes, Seth, Gloria, Elvis, and Adele, across the world. Your mission: restore balance to the elemental crystals. Battle strategically using the Brave and Default system, which basically lets you save or spend turns for powerful attacks. This is a great system that makes turn-based combat games a lot more fun. Basically what happens, if you use all 4 turns at once, you can't do anything for 4 turns. So you really need to have some level of strategy, especially when you make it to a good boss fight. I had a ton of fun playing this, and there's also New Game Plus, so it's definitely something that you can keep someone busy with. Next up, we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is one of the best Kirby games I've ever played. If I had to only pick one Kirby game to recommend, it would definitely be this one. This is a really exciting 3D platformer where you can control Kirby in a colorful world filled with mysteries. Using Kirby's special ability to copy powers from enemies, you can become just about anything you want, from regular monsters to even vending machines for some reason. With its bright visuals, new setting, and Kirby's new powers, this game is perfect for anyone who loves fun adventures. Back to RPGs, we have Nier Automata. This is another action-packed RPG, but it's set in a post-apocalyptic world. Players control combat androids in a fast-paced battle against robotic enemies. The game offers an engaging storyline which explores the themes of humanity and artificial intelligence. With its intense combat, intriguing narrative, and emotional depth, Nier Automata provides a really great experience for somebody who just wants to get lost into a good RPG. Next on the list, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this was kind of a happy accident. I have never played a Monster Hunter game before. The only reason why I bought this is because it's on sale right now for 50% off. And after spending a little bit of time on this, I wish I played this game a lot sooner. Monster Hunter Rise on Nintendo Switch is a thrilling action game where you can play as a skilled hunter in a world full of dangerous monsters. Your mission is to protect it by taking on exciting quests and battling various creatures using cool weapons and tactics. It's got a bit of a challenge to it, or maybe I'm just not very good. Either way, it was definitely worth the price for me. Going back to the Mario universe, we have Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I can say this with confidence. I have never liked any Rabbids game that has ever come out. But throw in some Mario characters with a strategic combat system and you have a winner. This game is so much fun. You'll explore vibrant worlds, engage in turn-based battles against cosmic foes. This sequel introduces new heroes, fresh abilities, and a more dynamic combat system. There are two different games, but Sparks of Hope is better in my opinion, so be careful when you're picking this one up. Next up, we have Immortals Phoenix Rising. I discovered this one by accident years ago when it was on sale, and it turned out to be one of the best games I've played in a while. This is a game for anyone who loved Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. You'll fight monsters, solve puzzles, and unlock incredible powers bestowed by the gods. It's a thrilling journey filled with humor, challenges, and epic battles against powerful foes. So if you know somebody who powered through Tears of the Kingdom, this game will send them right down that rabbit hole. The last game that we have on the list is Born of Bread. This might sound like a little bit of a weird game, but it's actually really similar to Paper Mario. So if there's any Paper Mario fans out there, this is the game for you. In this game, you play as Loaf, a golem made of flour. You'll dive into a 2.5D world packed with mysteries, teaming up with unique pals to battle bizarre foes. The game's combat shakes up the usual style, testing your quick reflexes and tactics against tricky enemies. Each character you meet adds a twist to the journey, using their skills to beat challenges and enemies together. I literally just got this game last night and I had to include it in this video. Alrighty everybody, that's going to cut it for this video. If you have any games that didn't make it on the list, be sure to put it in the comments section below and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.